How to knit the diagonal lace stitch, English style. For this tutorial, you will need a pair of knitting needles and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor Imperial Yarn for providing today's yarn. Today we are using their Aran line in the color Denim Dusk. For this stitch, you'll need to know the following techniques: knit, purl, yarn over, slip stitch, pass slip stitch over, knit two together, purl two together through the back loop. To begin this stitch, you'll need to cast on in multiples of 8 plus 4. Row 1. Beginning on the right side of our work, we will knit 2. And we're going to start our repeat by doing a yarn over. We'll slip the next stitch knitwise, and then knit the next stitch, and we'll pass that slip stitch over. Now we slip that knitwise because we're doing a decrease. If we were just slipping the stitch normally, we would do it purlwise, unless otherwise stated by our pattern. So after we've done our pass the slip stitch over, we'll knit 1, and then we will knit 2 together. Okay, now we're going to yarn over, and we will knit 3. And we're going to repeat this sequence all the way across until we reach the last 2 stitches in our row. And when we reach the last 2 stitches in our row, we're going to knit 2. Row 2, we're going to begin by purling 7. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and we're going to start our repeat by purling 2 together through the back loop. So we're going to come through this second stitch here on the other side and back through the first stitch. Then we'll twist this around and purl those 2 together. That's purling 2 through the back loop, purling 2 together. Then we're going to yarn over, so bring the yarn over and back around to the front, and then we'll purl 6. And we're going to repeat this sequence until we reach the last 5 stitches in our row. Now when we reach the last 5 stitches in our row, we're going to do a purl 2 together through the back loop. Then we're going to yarn over and purl 3. Row 3. We're going to begin by knitting 4. Then we'll start our repeat by yarning over, slipping the next stitch knitwise, and then knitting the next stitch. Then we'll pass the slip stitch over. Okay, then we're going to knit 1, knit 2 together, then we'll yarn over and knit 3. Okay, and we'll repeat this sequence all the way across until the end of the row. Row 4. We're going to begin by purling 5. We split a stitch there, that's why I was adjusting it. Okay, so there's 5. Then we're going to start our repeat by doing a purl 2 together through the back loop, so just like we did before. Then we're going to yarn over, and we will purl 6. Okay, and we're going to repeat this repeat until we reach the last 7 stitches in our row. And when we reach the last 7 stitches in our row, we're going to do a purl 2 together through the back loop. Oops, okay. Then we'll yarn over and purl 5. Row 5, we're going to begin by knitting 1. Then we'll start our repeat by knitting 2 together. Then we're going to yarn over and knit 3. We'll yarn over again, and we're going to do a slip stitch knitwise. Then we'll knit 1 and pass the slip stitch over. And we'll finish up our repeat by knitting 1. Okay, we're going to repeat this sequence all the way across until the last 3 stitches in our row. And when we reach the last 3 stitches in our row, we're going to knit 2 together, yarn over, and knit 1. Row 6, we're going to begin by purling 3. Then we'll start our repeat by purling 2 together through the back loop. Then we'll yarn over, and we will purl 6. And we're going to repeat this sequence all the way across until the last stitch in our row. And when we reach the last stitch in our row, we are going to purl 1. Row 7, we're going to begin by knitting 3. Then we're going to start our repeat by knitting 2 together. Then we'll yarn over and knit 3. Then we'll yarn over again, slip the next stitch knitwise, knit 1, and pass the slip stitch over. And then we'll knit 1. And we'll repeat this sequence all the way across until the last stitch in our row. Okay, and when we reach the last stitch in our row, we're going to knit 1. Row 8, we're going to begin by purling 1. Then we're going to start our repeat by purling 2 together through the back loop. Okay, and then we are going to yarn over and purl 6. And we'll repeat this sequence all the way across until we reach the last 3 stitches in our row. And when we reach the last 3 stitches in our row, we'll do a purl 2 together through the back loop. And then we will yarn over and purl 1. So we're going to repeat rows 1 through 8 until we've reached our desired length. And that's how you knit the diagonal lace stitch.
After a few repeats, your pattern should look like this. Want more New Stitch a Day? Join our VIP email list to get every stitch directly to your inbox. Sign up today at newstitchaday.com/VIP.